Okay, and we're back. So first of all, just like to apologize for delaying the stream, okay? Because there is there's a blackout here, um, an hour ago. So I thought that it might be unstable, so like I'll wait and see. And it turns out that they fixed it, okay? Because like sometimes like when we get back our internet for a moment, then it'll be fine. And later on it might have another round of blackout. So that's why I delayed a bit, okay? And okay, so that's about that. So now we're gonna recap a bit. Okay, so what happened in the last stream is that Okabe finally met with Amadeus twins. Okay, so they introduced to each other, and thanks to Maho and the Pulaskanen, okay? And now we've actually, I think it's better for us to load now, okay? So give me a second, let me load. I don't have the ability to take out my phone. Well, easy to say is that Okabe is given access to speak to Kurisu, well, Amadeus Kurisu. Okay, and because the thing is, this Kurisu is basically Kurisu from 8 months ago, before she came to Japan. Okay, so she doesn't have memories of Okabe, and of course not in the same timeline as well. Okay, because if the alpha timeline is where they met Kurisu and Mairi had to die, this is the beta this is the beta world line where she where they never really met each other. Well, in a sense, he did saw Kurisu die, okay, but Mairi is safe. So we managed to get the true ending in Steins Gate a couple months ago. So we those who are interested can check it out again. Okay, but easy to say, now Okabe kind of gave up on saving Kurisu, and he's have another chance, but it seems that he's in too much pain to continue with it. Okay, and after Dr. Laskanin and Maho he's introduced, okay, he met with Amadeus Kurisu, and now he basically have access to the supercomputer, can chat with her. Okay, so with that said, let's continue with the story. The sun was setting earlier now that December had arrived. Nakase Katsumi was surprised by how quickly it got dark while she was out rummaging through the cosplay shops. The wheeled suitcase on the ground next to her felt heavy. She tried her best to jam everything she bought today inside, but it was bursting at the seams. Still, spending a whole day shopping with her cosplay friends was a lot of fun. She felt tired, but it was a good tired. Her footsteps were light as she walked back to the station.
Fubuki-chan, skip しちゃいそうだね。
Fubuki? Fubuki? Wait. Okay, there it is. Auto.
あ、わかる？だって今日はいっぱい買い物できて超楽しかったもん。満足。
So this we are looking at from Fubuki's
ふぶきちゃ
perspective.
んのおかげで
Mayushi's
まゆ
friend.
しも楽しくお買い物できたよ。付き合ってくれてありがとう。まゆしのためならお茶の子さいさいだって。
Fubuki tried to grab her friend Shina Mairi for a hug. Mairi dodged out of the way. Why? That doesn't seem like something Mairi would do. Mairi may have looked like an airhead, but she was actually quite athletic. Isn't it a bit too slow? Fubuki, by the way, was Nakase Katsumi's cosplay name. Oh. Katsumi was in her second year of high school. She and Mayuri were in the same age, but were the total opposite. Katsumi was boyish and athletic. When she cosplayed as a male character, she attracted more female kameko than male ones. Kameko? Kameko? What the hell is a kameko? Those who appear en masse at cosplay and anime events and use expensive SLR cameras to take pictures of scantily clad cosplayers. They're so-called low anglers, men who take obscure pictures of cosplayers in Akihabara and at Komima, are not considered true kameko. A true kameko must be a gentleman at all times. Kamerako. Kameko. Okay. Auto.
これで冬コミマは何の心配もなくなったね。
The four friends had gone cosplays to the cosplay shop along Yugawaya, Maiden Road, and Tokyo Hand in Ikebukuro. They moved to Akihabara to visit some and visit several more. Wait, give me a second. Tokyo Hand, a home improvement chain based on Tokyo, but unlike most of stores, they have a large building outside the city center. Tokyo Hand has several department style buildings located around the train station. Tokyo Hand stores also carry a wide variety of products from professional grade tools and materials to fishing and variety Maiden Road. The nickname of a station near the east exit of Ikebukuro Station. It has many doujinshi and anime merchandise stores for female-oriented anime, and it's also known as Mecca for female otaku. Oh. A large specialty store founded over 60 years ago that sells craft and hobby supplies, fabric and trinkets. There are over 60 of them, mostly in eastern Japan, but also all around the country. Oh, Komima. This was all part of their final preparation for winter Komima.
そうは言っても衣装を作るのはほとんどまゆりちゃんだよ。あんまり無理しないでね、まゆりちゃん。
Kaede sounded a little worried. Her real name is Kurishima Kaede, and she used her real name as her cosplay pseudonym. She was 3 years older than Katsumi and in college. Kaede was extremely feminine, and her measurements were just like the ones magazine models claim to have. But she was very shy. People had tried many times to persuade her to enter the pageant at her college, but she always refused, saying normal events are kind of scary. Even so, cosplaying and coming out with the rest of them was something she looked forward to.
だったらこの際だからまゆりちゃんを手伝ってみんなで衣装作りはしない？
Amayuki proposed. She had a very noble, elegant features, but the rest of her was easygoing and laid back. Although Katsumi was a fellow girl, she still thought Amayuki was beautiful. Wait, Steins Gate. I want to see who's the voice actor for this. Even her light blue penetrating eyes lacked the arrogance that beautiful women usually possess. They were filled instead with friendly light. Tamura Yukari. Give me a second. Tamura Yukari. Wait, give me a second. Let me see. Do I know her? Tamura Yukari. Tamura Yukari. Let me see. Tamura Yukari. I'm looking at her voice actor right now. It seems that she voiced a lot of characters that I know. Okay, let's look at... Let's look at my anime list for a while. Give me a moment. I just want to check. Let's see. Guraburu. Wait. Sort by alphabet. It's better. Natsu de Mattiru. Planet. The Capo. No wonder her voice sounds very familiar. Oh, she voiced Yoshino Sakura. Galaxy Angel. Anyway, Higurashi no Naku Koro ni. Who else? Give me a second. Maho Shoujo Nanoha. Myself. Naruto. Ore no imoto wa Oreimo Kanako. Okay. Now I see why her voice sounds very familiar. Her real name was Amane Yuki. She was a senior at Meiji University and in the same club as Kaede. She was the oldest of the four. She once tried to give up cosplay and focus on job hunting. After 6 months, she'd given up on work and going back to costuming. Since then, she's been spending more time with Katsumi and the others. Everyone smiled at her, but Mayuri quickly shook her head. Well, they are gonna wear it. She's so more adult here. Really sounds more childish.
マユシーの衣装ってクオリティ高いもんね。ほんと感謝してるんだから。ね、まゆりちゃん、ぜひ手伝わせてほしいな。じゃあみんなで作ろう。
Well, at least it flashed out about, Mayuri's hobby right now. Katsumi knew that it made Mayuri really happy when someone praised her cosplay outfits.
でもそれとは別にね、マユシーはみんなにお願いしたいことがあったのです。
What is it?
お願い？実は。
Okarin. Mayuri told them about an event that had quickly become a mainstay of the Japanese holiday year. Komima?
クリスマスパーティーを開くから、ゆきさんも楓さんもふぶきちゃんもぜひ来てほしいなって。
Wait, the one they talk about
クリスマスパーティー
with Okabe? You think?
どうかな。私行きたい行きたい行きたい。
Kasumi's only plan for Christmas Eve was dinner with her family, so she raised her hand instantly. None of her friends at school wanted to do anything that night. She'd been a little put out about that, since it meant they all have boyfriends. Yeah, right.
私も大丈夫だよ。
Give me a second. Just give me a second. I wanna play with the config of it. Oh, this is delay. So I should make it slower here. Okay. This way will be faster, right? Kaede also nodded, but Yuki seemed a little hesitant. I think it's a bit too fast. Maybe around here.
私はどうしようかな。
Huh?
もしかして戦略があるの？そりゃユキさんほどの美貌の持ち主ならイブのデートに誘ってくる男子は山ほどいるでしょう。
Mm-hmm.
そんなことないよ。そうなの？だったら私がほっときません。吹雪ちゃんとクリスマスにデートできるなら他のどんな予定よりも優先しちゃう。
Oh?
ユキ
Is
さ
she
ん
interested in that? Yuri.
吹雪ちゃんはまゆりちゃん一筋じゃなかったの？まゆしーだって楓ちゃんだって大好きだぜ。
Katsumi quickly jumped over to Kaede and gave her a big hug. Kaede was soft and smelled good, and enduring this sort of sexual harassment was nothing new for her. So she always does this.
あ、それでね、ユキさん、今度まゆしーに美味しいキッシュの作り方を教えてくれないかな。
Yuki was an excellent chef and had been teaching Mayuri a lot lately. Both Katsumi and Kaede would also occasionally participate in what they call Amane Yuki's cooking lesson.
いいよ。何のキッシュがいい？まゆしーはほうれん草とマッシュルームがいいな。ハムとトマトとベーコンも美味しいよ。はあ、想像しただけでよだれが。
Are they gonna cook or are they gonna eat?
そっか、迷っちゃうのです。それじゃあ両方教えてあげる。本当？そうだよね。いろんな味があった方がみんなも喜ぶもんね。
So are they gonna join the
もし
party?
かしてクリスマスパーティー用に？そうなのです。あと1ヶ月もないけど、それまでにマスターしたいなって。
It's the end of November if I'm not mistaken now.
いつにする？明日は？まゆしーは大丈夫。
Katsumi went over her schedule in her head.
ああ、明日か。私、友達と約束が。私はバイト。
Katsumi really wanted to go, so she was pretty disappointed. She would love the chance to eat one of Yuki's good fishes. As she thought of fish, her stomach began to rumble. It's about time for dinner. Yuki and Mayuri worked out the time and place for their meetup.
場所は私の下宿先だとちょっと遠いから。ラボはどうかな？いいよ。
Wait, they've been to the lab?
作り方覚えるぞ。
Wait, since...
楽しいパーティーになるといいね。
Okay. Since...
まゆし、サンタさんの衣装を作るからみんな来てくれる？
Wait. The thing is, Okabe haven't been to the lab for quite some time. Well, not as frequent, okay? Is a better way to put it. So is he still paying for the lab? You know, like the rent, the bills, right? Who's managing it? I think Mr. Brown will still be, you know, kind and keep them cheap for him. Because about
ゴミ物分の他にさらに作るんだ。まゆりちゃん、気合入ってるね。まゆしーはやる気満々だよ。
Mayuri posed like she was cheering.
サンタ服なら可愛いミニスカートのやつがいいな。白のニーソに赤いブーツとか合わせて。楓ちゃんはいいけど、私そういうの似合うかな。
Katsumi spoke to Mayuri and Yuki without any confidence in her voice.
本当は可愛い服の方が好きなくせに。
There was nothing Katsumi could say. She was right. It bothered Katsumi a lot that she looked like a boy. And she knew that sort of clothing didn't look right on her. She reminded me of Chie. Still at heart, she was a young girl, and she wanted to wear cute clothes.
任せて任せて。まゆし、ふぶきちゃんに似合うのちゃんと作るから。
Give me a second. I think I should lower down a bit. Like this.
おお、さすが俺の嫁。結婚して。ふぶきちゃん、調子いいんだから。ダルくんみたいなこと言っちゃダメだよ。
Do they know Daru?
あの変態紳士さんと一緒にされるなんてショックかも。ちなみにまゆりちゃんも一緒に着るんだよね、サンタさんの衣装。じゃなくて、可愛いんだからもっとコスしようよ。でもまゆしーは作るの専門だから。意義あり。そんなのもったいないです。もうふぶきちゃんまで。それに岡部さんもまゆりちゃんの素敵な姿見たいんじゃないかな。
They know Okabe? Well, they do know Darin. Mayuri made a weird noise as soon as she heard that name.
オカリンさん？ああ、まゆしーの彼氏ね。
Huh? Ah! Look. He's not wearing his lab coat. So it looks kind of weird. Katsumi had met him many times. He was tall, but always looked pale and thin. And whenever he laughed, he seemed kind of sad. But from what Mayuri said, just until half a year ago, he'd been totally a different person. He said he was a haughty and arrogant, but also kind and a great leader. Mayuri was known to let her emotion influence her judgment, so Katsumi didn't know what to expect. How much of that description was accurate. Katsumi started to freak out even more after hearing the word boyfriend.
あのね、ふぶきちゃん。オカリンとまゆしーはそういうのじゃないよ。
But she wanted to.
またまた。
Yuki and Kairi weren't buying it either. Honestly, Okairi and Mayuri seemed more like an old wedded couple than had been together for years than boyfriend-girlfriend. But still, Kurisu understands
だって、
Okabe.
オカリンには他に好きな人がいるのです。
Yabai! Mayuri sounded totally unconcerned, which made Katsumi even more surprised.
そうなの？
NTR! NTR! Who could have guessed? It was Yuki, the eldest who spoke first.
ごめんね。なんか余計なこと言っちゃった。まゆしーとオカリンは幼なじみで仲良しさんっていうだけだから。
Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt saying that. That's gotta hurt. Voices me over. She felt sudden impulse to give her schoolmate a hug.
それより。
In this worldline, Mayuri did not meet with Kurisu at all. She died before she's able to do that.
ゆきさんは？
Mayuri smiled and walked over to Yuki as if to blow away the awkwardness.
私？さっきの話。やっぱりクリスマスは 彼氏さんと過ごすのかなーって。
あ、やばい。
本当にいないってば。
やばい。
そう？みんな誤解してるよ。私そんなにモテないし、ここだけの話、年齢と彼氏いない歴が一緒だもの。
First Miley, then Yuki, Katsumi was stunned.
そうなんですか？
Probably she
そこまで
rejected
驚
all.
かれるなんて。じゃあゆきさん、
Marky started to fidget. What?
ダルくんなんてどうかな？星田さん？
Why?
何を言い出すの、まゆし。
Why?
星田さんは変態紳士なんだよ。ゆ
Daru!
きさんがどこかにかけられちゃう。
やばい。Wow, Ellie is wearing better than compared to last time, which is basically just a t-shirt. The man that Katsumi and Kairi were insulted was Hashira Itaru, a college student and a member of Mairi's club. He was a hardcore otaku, one of the hybrid types, who said he enjoyed both 2- and 3-dimensional girls. Is that true? And like Katsumi said, he was a perverted gentleman. He would say perverted things all day without the slightest shame. What part of that is a gentleman? Whenever you told him he was a pervert, he would say, "No, I'm a perverted gentleman." He was a dangerous guy. But Yuki didn't seem bothered. She actually looked a little sad.
橋田さんはいい人だけど、なんていうか、
Wait,
私みたいな子、あんまり好きじゃないんだと思う。
wait. Give me a moment. Her voice! Her voice! Wait. Her voice isn't... Thank it. She had the same voice actor as Suzuha. Yabai. I just realized that. Mari was shocked far above beyond her usual limit. She was so surprised that she let go of her suitcase handle and let it fall to the ground. Instead of picking up, she started talking frantically.
そんなことないよ。ダルくんはね、ユキさんに萌えキューンだよ。きっとそうだよ。マユシーが保証します。夏コミまで初めて会った時もそんな感じだったでしょ？
No. Yuki had met Mayuri 4 months ago at Summer Komima. Katsumi and Kaede had come wearing outfits Mayuri made. Okay. In this worldline, okay, since Okabe didn't go through all that Steins Gate alpha, so basically this one here, he gave up on all of this. That's a bit much. There. This is what I was talking about. Alternate Worldline had gone to a party where she met Buddy's friend Hiraitaru. Katsumi had definitely witnessed Yuki and Hiraitaru having a friendly conversation. Ever since then, Yuki, Mayuri, and Daru had become friends, and Yuki had started going to Mayuri's club, the Future Gadget Laboratory. In other words, Yuki and Daru had been talking ever since Summer Komima. But still, Yuki chuckled sadly and shook her head.
見てればわかるよ。なんとなく避けられてるなって。クリスマスパーティーも、だから私は行かない方がいいんじゃないかなって思って。橋田さんはもっとこう妹系の女の子がタイプじゃないのかな。 しかもものすごく気が強くてね、お兄ちゃんを尻に敷いちゃうような妹。
Right now, well, it's midnight now, so it's Chinese New Year. There's a lot of fireworks shooting out. Even though I turn on the noise canceller, there's a lot of it, so some might get bad.
例えば鈴葉さんみたいな感じ？
Huh?
それは
That's his daughter. For some reason, Mayuri looks like she was about to cry. She seemed to want to say something but couldn't bring herself to. Her lips were quivering.
まゆりちゃん？
If that were the case, it's like the conundrum of what happened if you go back and marry your grandparent, something like that.
なんでもないのです。
But it certainly didn't look like nothing. So let me guess, she's right. She knew that she's... Okay, the fact that they had the same voice actor convinces me that she's supposed to be Daru's wife and the mother of Suzuha. Wow.
まゆし、そんな顔しないで。まゆしは笑ってる時が一番可愛いんだから。
So she knew about
あね、ほらほら、笑わない
that.
と。
So that's why she's trying to put them together.
こちょこちょこちょこちょこちょ。
Natsumi snuck behind Mayuri and started to tickle under her arms.
観念した？ぶきちゃんは意地悪さんだ。まゆし、かわいすぎ。
But can only see the back of her head. Kasa! Urayamashi! And by then she does look like Chie. A lot. Mayuri was laughing so hard she was crying, and this time Katsumi succeeded in giving her a hug. Even though they were in public, he started rubbing her cheek.
まゆし、好きだよ。大好き。わあ、ちょっと、ぶきちゃん。このまま家に持って帰って、ずっとペロペロしたい。それは困るよ。
セクハラです。
困ってもいいから結婚してくれ。無理だってば。
Mayuri tried to run away, but Fuki grabbed her and started to kiss all over. You're in public, you know.
なんか疲れた。それはまゆしーのセリフだよ。
In the end, Katsumi kept playing to Mayuri until they reached the station. She felt a lot better, but catching Mayuri when she tried to escape used up a lot of her energy. Either way, now that she was satisfied, huh? She shuddered and turned back towards Mayuri as an image came to her mind. Huh? Wait.
ねえ、まゆし。なに？
Did she saw Mayuri died in another timeline, and like she have that because it says here, if I'm not wrong, in Steins Gate, the theory that Okabe came up is that everybody have reading Steiner, and the fact that everybody have reading Steiner, just Okabe have very high affinity with it, so that's why he remember everything. But for others, they have a little bit. Okay, they have a little bit of that ability, but maybe that's why that flash.
冬コミマ、一緒にコスしようね。この前話したよ。冬コミマはね、マユシーは作る方に専念します。それでもいいからさ、とにかく冬コミマもこの4人で絶対一緒に参加しようね。当たり前だよ。
Is she waking up? Is her reading Steiner open from that?
だよね。でも約束だよ。うん、約束。
Mayuri and Yuki split up with them in front of the station since they were taking a different train.
それじゃあね。おやすみなさい、まゆりちゃん、ゆきさん。またね。てってれー。バイバーイ。
Katsumi stood still and watched the two of them until they were out of sight. She felt like she was about to cry and looked up to stop the tears from falling.
ふぶきちゃん。
Kaede was standing next to her, looking worried.
どうしたの？ごめん、なんでもない。なんでもなくないよ。
Wait. If this the case, then if she talked to Okabe about this, if that's the case, then isn't she's gonna be... Oh my god. Mayuri is not safe. She's not safe in this worldline. Is the converging point gonna take her out as well? Oh my god.
もしかしてまゆりちゃんがどうかしたの？お願い、話して。
Even after Kaede asked, Katsumi wasn't sure she'd tell her. There's no way she'd believe it anyway.
今日のふぶきちゃん、いつもよりテンション高かった。すごく無理してる感じがしたもの。気づいてたんだ。気づくよ。
Natsumi and Kaede had known each other for 2 years. Since their ages were so different, they treated each other like older and younger sister. So at times like this, Kaede was really sharp. Kaede didn't talk much, but that means she paid a lot of attention to the people around her. Part of it was also Katsumi wasn't good at hiding things. She just couldn't lie to Kaede no matter what. She gave up and decided to say it.
マユシーがね。うん。死んじゃうんだ。え？何？どういうこと？
Katsumi remembered the nightmare and the things she kept seeing no matter how much she didn't want to.
夢を見るんだよ。夢？夏ぐらいからかな。毎日夢の中でマユシーが死んで、その度に私や楓ちゃんは泣いてでもどうすることもできなくて、夕べ見た夢なんか最悪だった。私たちの目の前で突然マユシーが倒れて動かなくなっちゃうの。
This is when, okay, if I'm wrong, this one is probably when he died in the Komima, and basically Okabe didn't do anything to stop it. If I'm not wrong, that was when he was with Rukako, if I'm not mistaken.
そのマユシ
Or
ンをね、
maybe Fairies.
オカリンさんが悲鳴を上げながら抱きしめて大きな声で叫んでて、
Talk to
どう
Okabe!
しちゃったんだろう私。
Talk to
なんで
Okabe!
こんな夢ばっかり。落ち着いて吹雪ちゃん。多分
Okabe.
疲れてるせいよ。
No, it's not.
そうかな。
She awakened her reading Steiner.
そうなのかな。だってまゆりちゃん、今日もすごく元気だったでしょ。
Kaede gave Katsumi a gentle shoulder hug.
だから大丈夫。私やだよ、マユシーが死んだりしたら。そんなことありえないわ。
Talk to Okabe!
絶対に。絶対よ。
Oh god. Kaede's words made Katsumi calm down a little bit. She was glad to have an older friend like this.
とにかく気のせいよ。そんな悪いこと。
She's gonna die in this game a lot from the looks of it. Her hands squeezed Katsumi's shoulder tightly. Being held like this made Katsumi.
ごめんね。変なこと言って。
But that night, she had the nightmare again. The clues are from Steins Gate. Yeah, bye. Amadeus was about to run out of patience. The cause was the young man in the room with her father. Hashida Hitaru, aka Daru. His massively obese body was leaning forward over a computer monitor, which he had a dopey grin on his face. He finally got up around 11 AM, gulped down 3 cups of instant ramen, and now was surfing the internet.
なんですかリア充メッセピーとパルテノン氏って夫婦だったん？何それ聞いてねえし。つうか、リア充メッセとか名乗ってる本人がリア充じゃん。リアルに嫁いるとか、汚すぎる。ぐぬぬぬぬ、ぼっちの味方だと思ってたのに。こんなん戦争だろ。炎上必至だろ。うわっと思ったら、もうアットちゃんもツイポも炎上してた件について僕としたことが出遅れた。これまでの流れをちゃんとチェックしないと。
父さん。
はい。
I prefer Steins Gate, Steins Gate version of him, not this one. He looks quite weird. That's what Suzuha called her. Father. It's who he was, after all, so there was nothing else to call him. Suzuha was a time traveler from the year 2036, and 7 years from now, he will become a father.
いい加減にしなよ。一日中ゴロゴロして食べるかネットを見るかゲームをしてるかばっかり。即席麺やお菓子ばかり食べてると体に病変を生じるって警告しても治そうともしない。
In fact, his PC desk is covered with snacks. She cleaned it regularly, but it never seemed to make a difference.
運動だってしろって言ってるのに全然しない。
Yeah, that hurts. Realized she was complaining more than usual, but she had to say it. She had to say it anyway.
そんなんじゃ将来。
And then she realized Itaru wasn't even listening to her. His eyes were fixed on the computer monitor. He moved his mouse out of sight, but he could still hear him clicking. Oh.
話を聞きなさい。
Suzuha approached her father from behind and put the hairspray can she'd been hiding up to his neck. He seemed to think it was a gun. He stuck his hand up. Threats like this work. They work because she told him that she survived in the Third World War and wars and chaos of 2036 and that she was ready to draw a gun and pull the trigger whenever she needed to.
鈴葉、やめてくんないと父さん怒っちゃう。
怒られるのは父さんの方。
はい、すみません。
すみません。
でもさ、僕の秘密の仕事知ってるっしょ？
What job?
あれが結構忙しいんだよ。僕ぐらいのハッカーになると引く手あまたでさ。食事も適当に済まさざるを得ないっつうか。海外のクライアント相手だと時差もあって昼夜逆転しちゃうっつうか。
未来の父さんもそんなことばっかり言って母さんに叱られてた。100歩譲って睡眠周期は仕方ないとしても、これ以上健康を損ねるような食事は許容範囲外。即刻中止すること。いい？
だけど仕事もそうだけどタイムマシンの研究が大変なんだ。癒しが欲しいんだよね僕。
そうやって言い訳してすぐだらけようとする。甘えてるよ父さん。
Finally! Okay, like I say, it's midnight here, and it's Chinese New Year, and a lot of fireworks have been going off, and since just now, the fireworks, they lit up the fireworks, and it's like basically, by my guess, at least 2 to 3 meters long, and keep on popping. Well, I can't see anything because like you were capturing the microphone, so I muted it. Okay, never mind. Suzuha was truly amazed that her dad managed to survive the future wars, but since the time machine research would affect the future, and eventually Suzuha's very presence here, she couldn't tell him to stop. Even after Okabe Rintaro stopped coming to the future of the gadget lab, Itaru had kept working on the time machine all by himself. Suzuha never said a word about it. If she did, it might create a time paradox.
タイムマシンを作るのに、未来から来たタイムマシンを精査しちゃダメだからね。
She decided to warn him again.
分かってるよそんなこと。でも時々自信なくなるんだよね。僕、本当にタイムマシンなんて作るん？
当然だよ。しっかりして。
はい。
In a sense, right now, she's also like creating a paradox.
てっきり銃だと思ったらなんというはったり。父さんを騙すなんてひどいよ。
次は本物使うからね。
それマジ勘弁。
I think he needs to meet with the wife, which I think is Yuki just now. Okay, and that way, you know, he have his motivation and work hard for it. Suzuha put the can of hairspray back on the shelf. It was something Okabe Rintaro had left here when he lived here in the lab. it was still here since its owner never came back for it.
漫画とかゲームだとさ、父親を叱る娘ってのはもっとこう燃えるんだけどな。鈴葉、ちょっとさ、もうダメだよパパって言ってみてくんない？
Yeah,
甘やかすような口調で。なんでもないでござる。
Her dad shrank from Susa's grave. Susa sighed loudly and dropped herself on the sofa. She leaned back against the headrest and stared at the ceiling, and then closed her eyes.
どうしたん？
なんでも。
隠しても無駄なのだぜ。鈴葉のなんでもないってのは話を聞いてほしいって意味っしょ。
You are the one who ignored.
話してみるといいよ。
Daru sounded very serious. Susa's eyes went wide for a moment, but then she realized. What?
そのセリフ、この前プレイしてたギャルゲーにあったよね。
やば。
それでフラグが成立するんだっけ？父さん、間違っても私を落とそうとか思わないでよね。
ねえよ、実の娘にそんなことしないって。
本当かな？未来の父さんはちょっと怪しかった。私が思春期になってからもよく一緒にお風呂入ろうって誘われたな。
My God!
怖い。
私は軍属だったし、父さんはタイムマシンの開発に追われてたからいつも一緒にいられるわけじゃなかったけど、とにかくベタベタしてきたよ。鬱陶しいくらいにね。
Oh God! Let me guess, in his head he's like, incest is wincest, maybe.
父さんはさ、いつも私に言ってくれてたよ。ここは最低最悪の世界線だけど、私が誕生したことだけは最高だって。私、未来の父さんを失望させたくないんだ。だから、絶対にオカリンおじさんを説得しなきゃ。
大丈夫。失望したりしないって、絶対に。
そうかな。
うん。
けどね、おじさんは、どうしても話を聞いてくれないよ。
この
ままじゃ、おじさんは過去へ行かない。マキセ・クリスを救出しない。シュタインズゲートにも到達しない。
Steins Gate. That was the name of the mysterious worldline her dad had told her about in the year 2036, but World War III might not occur. Leading Okabe Rintaro to that worldline was her mission. But right now, it's not going well. Susa had come to 2010, and just like the mission had called for, she succeeded in sending Okabe Rintaro to July 28. But then he failed, and he wasn't going to try again. Every time they met, she tried to convince him, but who knew her words were having any effect.
結局、第三次世界大戦に世界線は収束して、大勢の人たちが殺戮される。それを変えるために私は来たのに、何もできない運命なのかな。
Susa had something else she had to do here in Akihabara in December 2010, besides convincing Okabe Rintaro. And it meant she was running around every day. What? The exhaustion was starting to take its toll on her. During the war, she'd been able to keep herself sharp at all times, and this level of exhaustion wouldn't have meant anything. The relaxed atmosphere of 2010 was actually making her realize how tired she was. She was feeling very sleepy right now actually. She was surprised at how willing she was to fall asleep in such an undefended position, but she didn't think she could beat the temptation. And then suddenly, she felt something extremely cold on the back of her neck. She snapped awake in an instant. Her movement after that were lightning quick. She jumped up and slipped behind the massive body in front of her, which obviously belonged to Itaru, then grabbed his arm and twisted it as she dropped him to the floor. She went to draw the gun at her hip, and her hand swiped through the empty air. And then she came back to reality. Her gun was hidden. She wasn't carrying it. This wasn't 2036. Two cans of Dr. P flattened to the floor. That must have been what he put on the neck.
何するの父さん。
さっきのお返しだお。
ぼーっとしてたから危うく殺しちゃうとこだったよ。
Well, she
そう
did
いう
come from
訓
a
練受け
wartime.
てきたんだからシャレじゃ済まないんだって。
わかったから話してくださり。言いたいでござるの巻。
まったくもう。
Don't let her father go. He turned up his arm and stood up, then grabbed the cans of Dr. P off the floor. Your foot wants to Suzuha.
つうかさ、諦めんの早すぎだろ。もうちょっと頑張ってみるのだぜ。
Huh?
多分、オカリンは疲れて眠ってるだけだから。今みたいに冷たい毒ペでも首筋に当ててやれば飛び起きるんじゃね？なんせほら、あのオカリンだし。
She realized her dad was trying to cheer her up and nodded. Then she heard the footsteps coming up the stairs and some slightly off-key humming. What? Their eyes met. Just the sound it was enough to tell them who it was. Maishi.
隠れろ、鈴葉。
オキドキ。
Huh? Suzuha moved fast. Maybe faster when she knocked her father to the ground. She quickly and silently jumped behind the curtain that separated the lab development room from the rest of it. Just as she hid beneath the desk, there was a knock at the door. Ah! Suzuha knew that voice, of course. It was her mom. She could tell from the noises she was making that her dad was panicking. There was another knock.
はいはい、今出る。
Yeah, bye. Itaru went to open the door. Suzuha took a deep breath and concentrated her mind. She remembered the time she spent 3 days and 3 nights on the battlefield with no food and nothing to drink, constantly aiming her rifle at the target. She erased any traces of her presence that could give her away. Her breathing started to become shallow. Dad, don't screw this up, okay?
天音氏、今日はマユシと待ち合わせ？
Itaru came back to the room with a girl.
はい、お料理の特訓をすることになっているんですけど。
He could hear plastic bags rustling. She must have brought the ingredients.
マユシ来てないんだよね。
そうですか。ちょっと来るの早かったかな。
Amane Yuki. Just as the name Amane suggested, she was Suzuha's mother in the future. Ah! I just realized that! In other words, the two of them in the other room were supposed to get married.
マ まあ約束があるならそのうち来るんじゃないかな。
待っていてもいいですか？
もちろん。ここで料理もするんでしょ。
はい、橋田さんもぜひ味見してくださいね。
まゆしのはあんまり食べたくないよ。
大丈夫ですよ。まゆりちゃんすごく上達してるんですから。
へえ。
Itaru was clearly nervous. As far as Suzuha knew, the only girl he acted that way was around Amane Yuki. Suzuha and Mayuri were practically family, and he got along with big sis Rumi, Fairy Nyanyang, who worked at the maid cafe next door. So it wasn't that he didn't know how to act around girls, but for some reason he always acted differently when she was around. She told him that Yuki would be his wife someday. It was too late to do anything about it now, but maybe that was a mistake, she thought.
今日は妹さんはお留守ですか？
妹？
え、あ、うん。
そうですか。
Hashida Itaru's sister was none other than Suzuha herself. Around the same time Suzuha had started spending all her time in lab, Yuki had become friends with Mayuri and Itaru, and began visiting more frequently. Which meant that avoiding her was impossible, and so she was forced to tell Yuki that she was Itaru's little sister. Wait. Yuki thinks that. Oh, remember she said that. I think Daru likes, young, little sister, Imoto type. So, oh god. But still, she wanted to keep a contact with to a minimum in order to keep Yuki from finding out somehow. That was why she was hiding.
そうそう。どうです？この服。この前買ったんですけど。
Kawaii! Yuki had showed no signs of noticing Suzuha. She was turning around in the center of the room as if she was at a fashion show. Yuki was a cosplayer and wanted as many people as possible to see her dressed up. Mayuri told Suzuha that once before. In fact, Yuki and Mayuri spent a lot of time complimenting each other's outfits.
いいよ。すごくいい。
本当ですか？
うはー、天使来たこれって感じ。
ありがとうございます。橋田さんもおしゃれしましょうよ。ちょっとだけ痩せれば結構素敵だと思うな。
はははは。
私本気ですよ。
おう。
やばい。Hashira Itaru and Amane Yuki. As she listened to their awkward conversation, Suzuha remembered the last time she said goodbye to her dad. Wait, this is the future? Oh.
父さん、治安部隊が万世橋まで来てる。
万世橋？
ということは、ここが発見されるのも時間の問題かな。あらかじめ流しておいた偽の情報も効果なかったか。
Huh? Mansei one of the bridges to the south of Akihabara that crosses over Kanda River. The original Mansei was built in a different spot. When new Mansei Bridge was built in its current location, the old bridge became known as Old Mansei until it was taken down altogether in 1906. The bridge only came into its current arc after several rebuildings, including one after the Great Kanto earthquake.
急ごう。
おう、開けるぞ。
すごい。 こんなところに扉があったなんて。これなら誰にも見つからないね。
さあ、中へ。
Is this where he gonna get
ここ
shot?
って。
Trap? The room was almost totally empty and covered from top to bottom in soundproofing material. Not only were there no windows, there wasn't even a door to the hallway. Wait. Maybe didn't change her clothes. Same with Dadu. How long is he gonna wear that cap? The building they were in was once the symbol of an old Akihabara. Before it was almost entirely destroyed by an air raid during the last days of the Third World War. Only a few people knew about the secret room inside it. The biggest reason was its secret. The silhouette of what looks like a satellite sitting in the corner.
あ、これタイムマシンだよね。
But it was the girl.
タイムマシン？かがり、危ないからあんまり近づくな。
Thus spoke to the little girl clutching Mairi's hand. Most of the children in this era had skin inflammation somewhere on their body from the radioactive rain, but she didn't. Why? Her name was Shina Kagadi. The registration form said she was 10 years old, but no one knew if that was true. She was an orphan who lost her parents in Tokyo air raid when she was a baby, and nobody even knew her birthday. The name Kagari had been given to her by Mairi, who was working at the child welfare center that had taken her in. She took it from the word Kagaribi, meaning bonfire, in hoping that she could be a light even in these dark times. It had been 4 years since Mairi had adopted her, and her name on the registration form had become Shina Kagari.
綺麗だね、ママ。そうね。
Do not mention the for the Shina to step back and put her right hand and right eye up to the time machine sensor. The biometrics check cleared and the hatch slid open. She went inside and fastened herself into the seat.
これほど長時間の有人ジャンプは初めてだが、技術的には全く問題ない。これまでのテストジャンプ通りやればいいからな。
オキドキ。
Lisa began to flip switches, working her way through the startup procedure. She practiced it hundreds of times in preparation for this day. The faint rumble from the machine began to get louder.
データによれば、昔のラジカンはちょうどこの場所が屋上になってる。ただし、高さが1メートルほどずれてるからな。着地するときに衝撃があると思う。
了解。
The time machine could move through time, but not space. To arrive at Radio Building more than 60 years in the past, she needed to launch from right here. 60 years in the past?
トラブルが
Oh yeah, she needs to go back to 60 years in the past to take the IBM 5100, and then so that later they can use it to hack into CERN. Okay, now I remember.
起きても冷静にな。トレーニングを思い出せばいい。
大丈夫だよ。私は父さんのマシンを信じてるから。
Her word must have meant a lot to him, because he stuck out his lip towards her. She squished them back with her hand.
気持ち悪い。
悲しいな。鈴葉は父さんが嫌いかい？
父さんがやるとなんか下心があるみたいだから。
いくらなんでも娘相手に下心なんてねえよ。
You sure?
最近母さんに似てきたハスハスとか言ってたのはどこの誰？
Her mother wasn't here. She became a victim of the war, brutally killed by the peacekeeping squad.
冗談を真に受けないでくれたまえ。
なんだ、冗談だったの？
Suza's voice sounded kind of disappointed. She set the destination for August 13, 1975. Her first mission was there.
これでよし。それじゃあ父さん、マヨ姉さん。
She was about to say her goodbye, but then... Suza drew her gun from her holster. She was about to get out of the time machine, but her dad stopped her.
ダメだ、さっさと飛べ。
でも父さんたちが。
俺たちのことはいい。早く行け、鈴葉。
Yeah, because if she succeeds in her mission, this won't happen.
マヨシ、係ちゃんを。
Huh?
このマシンにはもう一人乗れる。
Huh? Mairi and Suza's father picked up the stunned Kagari and stopped her inside the time machine. What? What? Huh? But she didn't came back with her. If Suza's mission succeeded, the Worldline would be rebuilt, and it was likely that the present Kagari would cease to exist. It might have been poisoned to send her. But even so, a mother wants a child to live. That's how Suza's a mom now too.
Mama.
Kagari finally seemed to understand what was going on. She called out to her mom.
大丈夫だよ、かがりちゃん。すずちゃんが一緒だからね。ダメ、ママも一緒じゃなきゃダメ。過去へ行けば昔のママがいるよ。今よりずーっと若くて、かがりちゃんびっくりするだろうな。
But she didn't bring her. Mairi handed Kagari a tiny keychain. It looked old, but it may have been brightly colored green once. But now it was completely faded. What's that? ウーパ
ずっと大切にしてきたウーパのキーホルダーだよ。かがりちゃんにあげる。大事にしてね。
Huh? Once it was pressed firmly into Kagari's hand, she stepped back. Mairi was smiling, but waving at the same time.
行きたくない。ママと一緒にいる。ママダメ。かがり、おとなしくしてなさい。
Kagari fell silent immediately. Even Suzuha had never seen Mairi use that tone of voice. That's how harshly she scolded her daughter.
Mama!
Kagari was quietly weeping, unmoving.
閉めるぞ。
This time the hatch really began to close. The inside of the machine and the outside of it. The two worlds was about to be completely cut off from one another. But if Suza's mission was successful or not, she would probably never see any of them again. But she was not there in the time machine. Did she got stuck in the 1980?
絶対に諦めるな、大バカ野郎ってな。
オキドキ。
And then the door was sealed shut, and Mairi's intelligent voice disappeared along with the chaos outside.
父さん、大好き。
She whispered towards the door, now sealed shut.
行くよ、 かがり。過去へ。
She booted up the time machine.
橋田さん、掃除機はどこ？
Suzawa snapped back to reality. Eminem. Yuki was getting closer to the.
そのカーテンの危な。
Okay, Yuki was getting closer to the development room she was hiding in.
この奥？
Yaba! Yaba!
僕が持ってくるよ。
Yuta motioned for her to stop, then quickly slid into the room. As she reached down to pick up the vacuum from the floor, his gaze locked with Suzawa as she hid under the desk.
バレないようにしてよ、父さん。
オーキードーキー。
ありましたか？掃除機。
うん。
Evidently, Yuki was trying to be nice by cleaning up. This place was pretty messy right now. Knowing Yuki's personality, Suzawa could imagine she wanted to clean it. Itaru grabbed what looked like a vacuum cleaner off the floor and left the development room.
何ですか？それ。
未来ガジェット5号機。分解すれば普通の掃除機として使えるはず。
お掃除するための掃除機なのに、分解したらかえって散らかすことになりません？橋田さんって頭がいいのに時々うっかりなことしますよね。
そうかな。
でもそういう人の方が私好きだな。
なんだと
Itaru started to panic again and Suzawa sighed.
ただ生活については見直した方がいいと思うんです。お部屋の掃除はできれば毎日した方がいいですよ。ここ特に埃っぽいですし。
やば。
それだけじゃありません。食事のこともそうです。今日もカップ麺だったんでしょ？
なんで知ってるん？
お台所に食べ残したまま放置されてます。
なるほど。
それにお菓子もこんなにたくさん。食べ過ぎだっていつも言ってるのに。
一応気をつけてはいるのだぜ。
No, you didn't.
一応じゃダメです。あんまりカップ麺やお菓子ばかり食べてると病気になっちゃいますよ。あと少しは運動すること。
Amani Yuki was saying the exact same thing that Suzawa had just said. Perhaps they really were mother and child. Suzawa was just beginning to feel a little homesick when she sensed another visitor coming up. The door to the lab opened and a greeting she heard many times before resounded throughout the room. Should be a calmer. Oh, why don't she take off her beret? It was finally coming to see Yuki. But there was another presence there too.
なゆりちゃん、こんにちは。岡部さんも一緒だったんですね。
Well, at least.
おかりん、久しぶりじゃん。
久しぶりじゃん。
ああ、久しぶり。
She heard his voice. Suzawa ground her teeth a little bit. Is she gonna come out?
興味深いわね。
なんだって？
聞こえなかった？興味深いと言ったの。
What? What's interesting?
まさか行きたいとか言い出すんじゃないだろうな。
ぜひお願い。
話すべきじゃなかったな。
I was standing in the middle of Ikebukuro with a smartphone in one hand, staring up at the sky. I've been trying to talk to Amadeus Kurisu as much as possible lately. Sometimes I would contact her and sometimes Kurisu would contact me. It didn't feel any different than having a friend who lived in the real world. Talking on the smartphone in a crowded place like this was a little bit embarrassing, but I told myself that compared to the things I used to do, it was nothing. Yep, it really was nothing. wait. I never see. Nyam fried chicken. Totteria. Loteria. I can't really see. I chose a harmless topic for our discussion, but it still reminded me so much of talking to the old Kurisu that I sometimes forgot myself. I've done that just now, when I actually told her about the lab. She had seized on it.
あんたが今話したそのラボ、オリジナルの私は行ったことが？
ああ。いや。
はっきりしないわね。どっち？
ないよ。
In this worldline. Had been part of the lab in the Alpha Worldline. In this worldline, she died before ever becoming a lab member. Of course, she never even knew where it was.
お前は勘違いしているようだから言っておく。ラボと言ってもラボじゃない。ただのお遊びサークルだ。それに
Susa was living there right now, and Dadu spent a lot of time there too. And if they found out about Kurisu, things could get complicated.
言いかけてやめないでほしいわけだが。
なんでもない。
いずれにせよ、外の世界をいろいろ見て回ってみたい。今までは先輩や教授と話すときも研究室の中ばかりだったから。
Why didn't they just take out their phone and like show around, you know, maybe like famous places in Japan? Maybe that she will jog her memory? Since I'm talking to her, I can't bring out my phone. Because this is my phone.
だからこうして日曜の朝っぱらから池袋を案内してやっているだろう。
10 a.m. Even at this hour, the area in front of Ikebukuro station was crowded. It was going to get even more crowded as it got closer to noon.
なんなら乙女ロードまで連れて行く覚悟はしていたんだけどな。
何よそれ？
お前の知らない世界が広がっている場所だな。
待って、今調べた。
本当に興味が湧いたか？
そんなわけあるか！とにかく今日はあんたのラボに連れて行ってよ。私に話して聞かせた以上、責任を取りなさい。よろしくね。
And then she hung up. It was like I was her own personal taxi service. Kurisu couldn't move around on her own, so there was no getting around that. But
まったくわがままなやつめ。
just like the real one. I can't call her. Line. Nothing. Call. Iyajo. Huh? Wait. At this rate, she might start treating me worse than a servant. How is it different than the Alpha Worldline? The real Kurisu was one thing. Oh no, maybe it wasn't. But being treated that way by the artificial Kurisu was incredibly humiliating. Wouldn't it be a humiliation to all of humanity?
これはなんとかすべきかもしれん。
何かだ As I mumbled to myself.
あれ？
やべえ。
オカリ？
She was carrying a lot of bags. There's probably materials for one of her costumes.
ねえねえ、今誰かと話して
やばい。
今のは大学のゼミの友達だ。
そっか。今日も遊びに行くの？
Okay, I know what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be like when you know he showed Kurisu around and then like Suzuha's gonna be like, huh? Kurisu is a lot? And then later on like she come out and then like Yuki is gonna be like, wait, you're here all along?
いや、今日は別に予定はない。まゆりはこれからバイトか？
ラボでユキさんと待ち合わせ。
ラボ。
Labo. Was this a good timing or bad timing?
そうだ。オカリンも久しぶりに一緒に行かない？ユキさんの手料理も食べられるよ。それとね、マユシーも頑張って作る予定なのです。
やばい。
どうかな？
In the end, I went for her. Who pays for the rent now? Because it sounds like
ずいぶん嬉しそうだな。
he's not
嬉しいよ。
because it sounds like he's not, keen on maintaining the place. Maybe Daru? Because now, basically his daughter is living there. But I was the opposite. The minute I got here, I was so nervous, I felt like I was about to throw up. I didn't really want to meet with Suzuha.
あ？おう、岡部じゃねえか。
お、
Mr. Brown. The door to the Brown Tube workshop on the first floor opened, and out came a building owner. Tenno the Yugo.
店長さん、てってる
Tencho-san. Mr. Shopkeeper.
ー。T シャツ一枚で寒くないですか？
Remember, he's still working with Stern.
鍛えてるから
And we
な。
don't know about Moeka. When I've been living in the lab, I give him the nickname Mr. Brown. It's been a long time since I've seen him.
岡部、その様子じゃちゃんと大学生やってるみたいじゃねえか。
どうも。そういえば家賃ってどうしてるんだっけ？
Thank you. I asked Mayuri instead of him. I used to give it direct to Tennoji, but
橋田がちゃんと振り込んでくれてるから安心し
told
な。
you.
そうですか。
おう。
This man. Was he around it in this world? Of course he is. You didn't change the past. Wait, what's this? How did things go with Kurisu after that? No problemo. Can we do something about her mouth? I want to talk to Maho too. Give me a second. Let me save. Let me save. 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 Line. I want to talk to Maho too. Huh? What? No, absolutely not. Huh? Don't say that. Let me switch between the two of them. Not happening. Not for you. Sorry, it was a joke. I didn't think you get so mad. If you knew your electronic double could be stealing secrets about your private life and you have no clue, you would freak out too. I mean, I know it shouldn't happen, but that doesn't mean it won't. Right. So can you let me switch between them? Oh, shit. There's no way I could ask him. I couldn't help but be wary of him. That's why I started to put some distance between us. And Moeka is still here, If nothing else, I avoided trying to interact with him.
じゃあね、あんま暴れんなよ。
Tennoji saw that I've gone silent and went back inside. look over at me with worried expression.
大丈夫？やっぱり帰る？
行こう。
Wait, one more thing. Is this the world line where her daughter is gonna be the maniac? Oh, if that's the truth. I hope it's not that world line. Technology that didn't matter. What mattered was, why was I here? Did I feel like something needed to change? Or did I really want to show Kurisu the lab? I think mostly about the Kurisu one. I went upstairs, still unsure of the answer. Mayuri went in first.
なゆりちゃん、こんにちは。
Okay, we skip a bit. Daru and Yuki were there. Their eyes went wide when they saw me.
岡部さんも一緒だったんですね。
お、オカリン、久しぶりじゃん。
わあ、久しぶり。
This is us. I quickly scanned the room. Yeah, she's there. Part of me was a little relieved.
入っても。
You're playing.
自分のラボで遠慮とかねえよ。
それもそうか。
Kurisu gonna call it a
さすが
while.
にこの状況でクリスを呼び出すことはできなさそう
She's
だ
gonna
な。
call you. She's gonna call you. I followed Mayuri to the lab and tried relaxing my legs by sitting on the couch, but I didn't feel relaxed at all. It felt like my skill was falling. I glanced over at Yuki.
ゆきさん、そのお洋服かわいい。まゆりちゃんにそう言ってほしくて着てきたんだよ。いいなぁ。まゆしんも着てみたいのです。後でお洋服取り替えっこしてみる？サイズ合うかな？
Yeah. I heard Yuki's future from Suzuha too. I couldn't believe someone this pretty was going to marry Daru. Let's see if we can ignore it. Even Daru seemed to share that opinion. That's how much a miracle that was. Yuki and Suzuha really did look similar. There was no doubt that she was Suzuha's mother. Still, Daru seemed to have trouble with her. He sent lots of messages complaining about how he didn't know how to deal with it. Were things perhaps starting to go wrong? If the world lines converged, the two of them were going to get married no matter what. I ignored Kurisu's call. I was sure she's gonna complain later, but there was some things I just couldn't help. Then I saw an old vacuum lying on the floor. What was this thing? I asked myself, and then I realized it was future gadget number 5. Why what was it doing here? I put all the future— Yaba! No one was planning on cleaning with this thing, were they? We MacGyver it to the point that it didn't work as a vacuum anymore. I should put it away. Yabai. I took gadget. Yabai. It felt even messier than it had last summer. Most of the new stuff belongs to Daru. I could see a lot of anime, computer games, and pre-order bonuses, art books, and bigger boxes. But there were lots of parts and machines I didn't recognize. Was Daru really working on a time machine?
僕は一人でもやるよ。鈴葉と約束したからね。
Just once, Daru and I had something like a fight over the time machine. I could still remember his exact words. I still prefer this sprite, compared to the new one. It was rare for Daru to be so forceful about something. Did I just hear something? There it was again. Was it a rat?
おい、誰？ネズミが。ネズミじゃなくてガラガラヘビか？
ヘビってなんだよ、ヘビって。おじさん、静かに。
I knew that voice. I could sense someone's there. Someone was moving around under the desk. I took a peek. Let me guess, PTSD.
Oh.
Yeah. What was she doing here? And then Daru walked in.
またネズミとか迷惑すぎる
Uh-oh. I tried to push Daru out, but it was too late. He knew that.
ネズミがいるん
Yeah!
ですか？
Yeah, but... Quick load! Where was it? I think this one. Kurisu!
なんだ。
なんだ？
そろそろラボに着いた頃かと思って。
I ran to the development room in the back, flashing my smartphone. Yaba!
お前結構暇なんだな。
She is an AI after
ど
all.
うして声を潜める？もしかして私のことをお友達には知られたくないとか？
Yeah.
当たり
Especially.
前だろ。
I had even checked with Maho and the lesson to see if it was okay to tell other people about Amadeus.
まあいいわ。状況はなんとなく理解した。
But lowered her voice as well.
少しでいいから部屋の中を見せて。カメラを掲げてくれるだけでいい。
やばいやばい
まったく。
I'm gonna take a look at that. And let me guess, she's gonna like when he saw Tsuha. Or the other way around.
汚すぎ。
最初の感想がそれか。
ごめん、言い直す。ガラクタだらけね。
That wasn't much better. Well, it was true.
研究室というのはどこも雑然となるものだけど、それにしてもこれはひどい。真帆先輩の下宿先といい勝負ね。
そういう個人のプライバシーを暴露してもいいのか？
あんたからも先輩に言っておいて。部屋はちゃんと片付けた方がいい。
When is Maho gonna come here?
そんなこと言ったら噛みつかれそうだ。
まあ、でも。
She paused and smiled.
こういうルームシェアみたいなの少し憧れてた。人が集まってるところを見ると居心地はいいんでしょうね。
クリス。
やばい。Kurisu in the Alpha Worldline said the same thing.
お前は本当は？
おじさん、誰と話してるの？
やばい I suddenly heard a girl's voice from under the desk and I was so surprised I screamed.
誰だ？
黙って。
お前すぞ
Was she hiding? Daru, Mayuri, and Yuki heard me scream and ran over. Ah!
オカリ、どうしたの？あれ、そこにいるの、鈴葉さん？あっちゃー。
Yaba. Susa looked upset. It was only then I realized who she was hiding from.
次のニュースです。明和党の駒沢康和衆議院議員が企業から不正献金を受けていた問題で、駒沢議員は今日10時から記者会見し、議員辞職する意向を表明しました。
I think I'll end the stream here. Okay? Because, you know, we're probably gonna get to like another arc here where, Okabe's gonna, like, they're gonna see Yuki and, well, it's not the first time they met, but still, they're gonna talk a lot about each other, like Yuki and both Suzuha. So, we're gonna see that, okay? So, I think it's best if I skip it here, okay? Tomorrow we'll pick it up, okay? So with that said, I'll end the stream here and we'll continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow, as usual, first round 5 Royale tomorrow, and we're gonna go for Valentine's food. My choices are gonna come and bite me again. Oh boy. But I didn't regret anything. And of course, after that, we're gonna finish watching Recreators, and then we'll continue with Steins Gate. Okay? So those are the 3 streams that I planned out for tomorrow. And if you like the stream, please like and subscribe. And with that said, I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.